All right, welcome everyone to today's OXO Worldwide Live Personal Testimonials Hangout. We will be going over, we've got 4 guests today, and before we start, I want to share a little bit about OXO Worldwide with you, and we've gotten many messages from people curious as to what exactly our holograms are. So we will be getting into that very quickly, and then we will jump right on over to our testimonials from our lovely guests. So, OXO Worldwide officially launched in the U.S. and Canada on October 1st and currently ships to over 150 countries. Our Quantum Infused Holograms have everyone taking notice as lives around the world are being forever changed. OXO Worldwide has actually succeeded in bringing something that is not only effective but new and fresh to the marketplace. We are so excited to be a part of this company and this mission to be changing the lives the way that we are. So a lot of people, as I said just a moment ago, are asking what exactly our holograms are. And the technology behind them. Holograms are actually quarter-sized discs that can be programmed with resonant frequencies. Once programmed, the holograms can be placed on acupressure points of the body. Acupressure points are places on your skin that are especially sensitive to bioelectrical impulses. For over 5,000 years, Eastern cultures have recognized that these areas conduct human energy. Manipulation of these meridians promotes healing, immune function, stress relief, improved circulation, less lactic acid buildup, increased blood balance, total body balancing, as well as promoting the body to detoxify itself, which improves your overall health and well-being. The body's response is directly related to how the holograms are programmed and the exact placement on the meridians. This is a non-transdermal product, and it is an all-natural response within the body. The hologram does nothing more than influence the body to function at its most efficient level. Now, before we jump in, because I know everybody's bursting at the seams for testimonials, and we want to keep this hangout at about 20 minutes, so I do need to read our FDA disclaimer. These statements have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure, or prevent disease. If you have a pre-existing condition, consult with your healthcare provider before using. And these are for external use only. So let's go ahead and jump into our testimonials. I am very excited to hear from our ladies today. Again, my name is Susan Hall, and I am proud to introduce you to just a few of the members of our team who are out there changing lives every day. So, Colleen, I would love to start with you. If you would, please share your testimony with us.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. Why I'm getting? Hang on. Let me. Okay, I was getting some reverb there. Okay. I've used all of the holograms, and I am absolutely over the moon with them. I did not think I needed energy, but I had to take a class last week, and it was sitting in class for 6 hours, and I've worked for myself for over 13 years, so sitting in a class for 6 hours is really brutal on me. So I decided to put an energy hologram behind my ear, and the day went incredibly well. I didn't yawn once. My focus was unbelievable. And then I had to take a test, and I hadn't seen this information in about 15 years. So a lot of new things had changed. It's for ServSafe certification. And I'll let you know, I did get 100 without having the book to look at or anything. And I was a person who never believed in energy drinks or energy anything, but I am a true believer in the energy now. And I will be wearing it anytime that I just need a little extra focus and a little extra power to get me through whatever I'm working on. So, and then I ended up wearing the same hologram for 2 more days while I did events this weekend. So I'm totally excited, and I'm talking about energy to a lot more people now.
Thank you so much, Colleen. And the energy, I had the same type of thing happen. I don't have near your life. But yeah, I will be sharing my testimonial at another hangout as well. But thank you so much for that. Energy is something a lot of us, especially moms and students and corporate America, that afternoon lag is just terrible. And then you take a energy drink or you take a diet pill or something to get that boost, and it drops you. And it makes you feel funny, and it's just not cool. So, Lynn, if you can come on, I would love to hear your testimony as well. Lynn, share, everyone.
Hi, everyone. It's nice to meet you on the Google Hangout.
Louder for sure.
I'm Lynn here. Nice to meet you all. And I have a similar experience with the energy holograms. I love them. I use them. I have a very busy life. I actually last week was at a football game and drove 3.5 hours. Sat out at
Can you speak a little bit louder, Lynn? We're having trouble.
I actually love the energy holograms. I have been using them quite frequently. I have a very busy lifestyle, and I am a senior. I'm a little older than most of the ladies in the group, and I have found that my energy just drains. And I will not drink energy drinks or any of those things because of the sugar and the crash that Susan talked about. Last week, I traveled 3.5 hours, went to a game for my birthday with my grandsons, sat at the game for 3.5 hours, and drove home. I was exhausted the next day. I put on an energy hologram, and I was back to me. Like, I didn't miss a step. I love these holograms. But I'd like to tell you one story about my granddaughter who came into the house sick last week with a very bad cold. She looked awful, her eyes were red, and she said she had a terrible headache. So I put one of the relief patches in the center of her head, and 10 minutes later asked her how the headache was, and she said it was gone. Later that day, the same granddaughter fell and had an 1.5-inch gash on her leg. She was crying and in pain. We cleaned it out, and I asked her to move her relief hologram to her leg from her head. And 5 minutes later, she said she had no pain. I am thrilled to not have to give Tylenol and very strong headache medicines to my grandchildren. Now I just utilize the holograms, and they feel better immediately. I love these products. Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn. And I cannot wait. I want to have your granddaughter on a hangout on a Saturday, because she was amazing on our last one last Saturday. So we absolutely have to do that again. She was a firecracker, just like Grandma. Next, I really want to bring on Miss Tricia Rio. She is amazing part of our team as well, and honestly, we're just incredibly blessed to have everyone in our team that we do. But Tricia, could you please share your testimonial with us, please?
Sure. Thank you, Susan. First of all, I love all 3 of the holograms. They work wonderfully. I really like all of them. Today I'm going to talk to you about the sleep hologram and my experience. I don't sleep well. I always fall asleep easily, but I wake up in the night and I spend hours thinking, rolling around on Facebook, whatever I do. It's very hard for me to go back to sleep. So I have been hearing such great testimonials from others on the sleep hologram. I tried it the first night. I put one on my temple, and I fell asleep quickly, which I usually do anyway. But I woke up. I was able to go right back to sleep. I woke up several times through the night, but I was able to go right back to sleep each time. So, you know, that was a benefit. I did the same thing the next night. I put one on my temple. I actually put one on my third eye, but I ended up moving it to my temple. It's kind of the same experience. I woke up fairly often, but went back to sleep. But I was still feeling like, man, everybody else is raving about these. Where's my excitement? So the third night, I put one on each temple. And man, I slept solid through until 4 in the morning. Just briefly, my husband got out of bed and I woke up. I went right back to sleep and slept solid to 6:30. I woke up so refreshed. I have not slept like that in I don't know how many years and years and years. It was incredible. And the best part, that evening later when my husband came home, I said, man, I had a great night's sleep. He said, yeah, I know. That's the first time in 25 years I could get dressed without you being awake. So not only did I go back to sleep, but I slept solid. In 25 years, he's never experienced that. So there you go. Pretty cool.
That is amazing. It's so funny you say that, because how many of us are woke up by our other half when they're up getting up ready to work earlier than we are, you know. I don't know why their clothes have to be in the same room, you know. It's in the other room.
We're going to have our own rooms one day.
I know, right? That's what needs to happen. We need to have a discussion. But thank God for your sleep holograms, because now you have the answer. I want to share, since we have a little bit of time, I want to share about my dad. My dad, 5 years ago, he had to have back surgery because he had a bulging disc and he had a lot of nerve damage in his back. And so ever since then, if he goes out and works in his shop, or he goes out and works on the car, whatever he's doing, or in the yard, if he does too much, he overstrains, he is down for 2 or 3 days, and he's walking around like he's 90 years old and really in a lot of pain. And last week, the week before last, it might have been, Blake, my little guy, was out there, and I walked in to pick him up. And my dad was sitting at the table, and you could just see the pain was so bad for him. And I was like, what did you do? And my stepmom, she's like, he overdid it, he wouldn't stop, and now he's paying the price. And so I was like, you know, I want to try something. And I said, have you had any water today? And he said, yes. And I said, I want you to drink a glass of water, and I want to put something on your pain. And he's like, all right. And my dad is very, very, very skeptical of everything. He's grew up in that generation where, you know, if my doctor gives me a pill for something, that's what I have to do. You know, there is no other answer. And so he's been taking, you know, pain relievers and over-the-counter and prescription, and it's just really not okay. I mean, you know what that does to the inside the body. And so, into the organs. So he drank a glass of water. I took a relief hologram, which, guys, if you don't know, if you haven't seen a lot of pictures online, this is what they look like. They're nickel-sized. Look at my nail. They're nickel-sized stickers, if you will. And so I placed one at the base of his spine where he said it hurt. And he looked at the clock because he's like, how long will this take to work? And I said, it can take a couple minutes. It can take up to 30. Just to put, you really need to be hydrated. So he sat there, drank another glass of water, 11:30 to 11:41. You literally could see the pain leaving his face. He got up, he twisted around, he bent over, leaned back, walked up to their loft, came back down, bent over, touched his toes, tied his shoes, and came over and gave me 3 hugs in a row. So I became the favorite, the favorite child. And he was like, where can I get these? And that is so powerful for me because I watched him suffer with migraines my whole life. And to watch him suffer with this back pain that's debilitating, even though he's already had surgery, there's nothing worse than seeing someone that you care about and you love in pain. And then that pain affects their sleep too. So, I mean, it's like a combination of issues that are going on as a result of that. So that's my testimony on behalf of my dad. And I would like to encourage you, if you're on this hangout, you're watching on YouTube, or this comes across into your awareness somehow, if you know anyone who has any issues with pain, with sleep, with energy, please share this with them and have them reach out to the person who shared it with them. If that was you, you can reach out to whoever invited you to this hangout. And for more information about our products, our company, or our opportunity, please reach out to the person who invited you. We have an amazing group of people here on this team just a bunch of go-givers. And we would love to help you with any issues that you have. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you on the next Hangout. Bye-bye.